personally, my commitment to my craft and what I love, I just feel like I'm always evolving musician, and there's all different kinds of inspiration out there that I like to feed off of, and I feel like nobody wants it more than I do. In terms of being a great musician and having success as in the world of music.
What drug song would you recommend to someone who hasn't heard of you, doesn't know anything?
I would definitely recommend. I think the perfect song that most fits kind of and shows the perfect example of what we are is Mr. Alley. By far, it's got the energy and the sounds and the electronic vibes, all about it. I think that's definitely our most defining.
And do you guys all write your own songs?
Yeah, when we first started this thing, it was like the idea was that there was no one right way to write a song. There's no one correct way. So some were written all of us together in a room. Some were written just Craig on acoustic guitar, or Matt and Nick working together. It was all about just making sure that it was, the songs were there, no matter how they were written.
What has been your biggest challenge?
I think the biggest challenge is just to stay afloat and to stay positive in a somewhat dying industry. And finding new ways to reinvent yourself and finding new ways to make yourself relevant. So that's definitely the hardest part for any musician to do right now.
What do you think is the biggest misconception people have about being in the music industry and being a band?
Biggest misconception is that you get paid a lot of money and you live this crazy rock life. Well, you do live a crazy life, I'll give you that, but it's not as overly glamorous as it's made out to be in the movies and stuff. But still, what's at heart is people who love what they do. The art is real. And that's the main reason why people do stay around. It's not the money and the fame and all that, it's because of the music, for sure.
And do you have any advice for anyone that wants to go into music?
Yeah, I do. Just, you need to not quit when it gets hard, because it's going to get hard, no matter what. Like, there's no avoiding, some downtime in your career as a musician, It's just a matter of, when you're down, staying up, and then when you're on top, staying humble and cool, because you're going to be down again at some point, and it's up to whoever you've met and the relationships you've made to help you get back on top again. So,
if you could change one thing about the music industry, what would you change?
I mean, it would be so lame for me to say that. I wish people would buy records, but truthfully, it's like, people. I think bands and musicians really work hard on what they do. Especially songwriting is really a tough thing to do. Commit yourself to it, to your passion. I think it deserves somebody to buy it. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna say that that's like a huge problem right now. I just think that the most important thing is that people do hear the music regardless. But if you're asking one thing I would change, would be that maybe people would buy more records.
I agree. What first inspired you to go into music?
I listened to Led Zeppelin in the car with my dad when I was a kid, and then that got me going with music in general.